Sideline. You take a look at the Jazz. Fox with the steal. Here's Holmes. Rebounded by the Jazz. You know, Greg, thinking about De'Aaron Fox and what's next for him. We know how much he wants to get to the playoffs and contend.
Yeah, I mean, Fox doesn't just want to have impressive regular seasons. This guy, his goal is to get his squad to the postseason. And not only that, he wants a chance to win titles.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. As to Jackson. The shot, no good. The Jazz go the other way with it. Outside Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Down low. Deflects the pass. Back to Gobert. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 6. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Gobert can't hit.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Reddish. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Now, here's Mitchell. Right now, he's averaging 11 points a game. Stolen by Jackson. Fox with it. Conley picks him up. He had stolen by Ingles. The tray. The Jazz with another miss. On offense, here are the Kings. There's the lob to Jackson.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Nice shot by Gobert.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
And here is Fox. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Here's Jackson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He is such a strong finisher in the paint.
That's good by Mitchell.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
Pass to Gobert. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Well, if you're on the defensive end, you can't fall for Rudy Gobert's tricks. This guy is very crafty at using that up fake.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about the snowball effect that De'Aaron Fox can have on his team. Coach told me when he gets a few easy ones, everyone else follows suit. We need to get back in transition and take away layup chances from him. And that won't be easy, given the elite speed that Fox possesses. Guys?
Thank you, David. It's Fox with the drive. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Inside. Stolen by Jackson. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. And another 3 for Sacramento. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Kings.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
As something else they've done right from the get-go tonight is run. So much of their offense coming on the fast break.
Here's Gobert. And the rejection by Jackson.
Hassan, right side.
4 on the clock. It's deflected. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Sacramento leading by 7. Holmes, that's a screen. Morris into the lane. And it's blocked by Whiteside. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside Butler. Into the lane. And he uses the glass on the lane.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Morris outside. Again, the miss by the King. And Utah turns it over again.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Marvin, thank you. The third.
It's tipped and stolen by Whiteside. And we reach the end of the first quarter. In Sacramento, they're up by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
One of the many changes in how the game is played, pace. It seems to us like everyone is playing a very fast pace. How do you like that style of basketball?
Well, it is the preferred way for me to play the game and to watch the game. It gives us an opportunity to see the best athletes and the most skilled basketball players get out and flourish. The other thing is, it has been proven that the first 8 seconds of the shot clock are often your most successful shots.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
The shot by Mitchell, no good. Sacramento leading by 8. Davis, that's for 2. There's the triple. And the wide open shot from Morris. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feet.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Kings currently have the league's longest playoff drought. De'Aaron Fox was 8 years old the last time they made the postseason. He says this is the most passionate fan base. So let's be special and dig out of this hole. As competitors, we want to win right now, but we know that we're building something. Kevin?
Well, they've got the right attitude and close to a breakthrough, many people think. David thanks. And he's good on the 3 ball.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
To the paint. Here's Whiteside. Plays it up off the glass.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
And after a down season in 2020, with some questioning if he was over the hill, Mike Conley came roaring back last season.
And the first player ever to make his All-Star debut that far into his career. It had to feel something like redemption. And I tell you, he's not done yet. Has a nice new contract to prove it.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Kings leading now by 9. Pass to Davis for the 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Make some noise for T-shirt time.
For those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Gobert, the screen. Rebounded by Holmes. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
So here's Reddish. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Back to Hield. Shot from the wing. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Clarkson. Second chance shot. It's tipped. Fox with it. And it's Clarkson picking him up. Jackson has the open look. His three-pointers off the mark. Clarkson outside. To the middle. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Here's Gobert. Another shot. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the night. 34 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Jackson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. Jackson's got 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Hield from outside. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
A catch and shoot specialist. Hield has a quality jump shot and really makes quick decisions.
To the inside. Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Sacramento leading by 16. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
Mitchell looking it over. Gobert down low. Goes up again. And the rejection by Jackson.
A terrific defender. And Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well.
Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Yeah, easy call.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
An okay season at the free throw line for him so far, sitting right around 76%.
You know, I think Rudy Gobert at one time was considered a throwback big, but the fact is he's adjusted his game and he's now able to play in the modern NBA. A defensive force everywhere on the floor.
Jackson with the screen. Got a piece of it. Inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
90 seconds now into the second half. Here's Conley, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, Mike Conley understands how to draw contact and still try to get a shot opportunity. He'll go to the line for the end one.
Kings leading now by 17. Here's Fox. He takes it in, and it's Fox with the jam.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Gay outside. Pass to Butler. 6 to shoot. Here's Ingles. Covered by Hield. Lets it go from 14.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert may get overlooked, but his coach understands what he means to the Utah Jazz. Quinn Snyder says, his presence on the floor gives us a chance. He's our most important player as far as how he anchors our team. He's the foundation. And Kevin, the way they win games, that's saying something.
He is a Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. Phenomenal player. Thanks, D.A.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Holmes wide open. He fires. No good from outside. Jazz trailed by 21. It's stolen by Reddish. On the wing, Hield.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Holmes, that's a screen. Takes the 3. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Holmes got his first basket of the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
That one drops for him.
Well, there's not a little bit of hesitation with Mike Conley. I know he's slight of frame, but he's thinking, I can score it in the painted area.
And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 8 here in the quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. 1:05 left in the third. There's the drive. Good on the bucket. Fox has got 10 points here in the second half.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Pass to Whiteside. And Butler, here we go. 6 on the shot clock. And Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution for the Jazz. Bojan Bogdanovic.
There's 38 seconds left in the third. 5 to shoot. From deep. No good on that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Left block shot on the way. And it's out of bounds as touched by Mitchell.
Coming on the floor for the Jazz, Rudy Gobert.
Here's Hield. Tipped away. Here's O'Neal. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Kings ahead.
Jazz dancers.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Butler. And the usual order was upset last season in more ways than one. 5 out of the final 8 teams Doris in the playoffs had never won a title before.
Kevin, I think for the long-term health and viability of the league, the more teams with an opportunity to win the championship, the better off. We saw new stars get their first opportunity to win a championship. Giannis Antetokounmpo, one of the hardest workers, one of the most humble superstars, goes out and wins it. It was so fun to cover.
And up the court come the Kings on the break. Snatched up. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Mitchell outside. On the wing, Morris. Lets it go from deep. Good on the triple.
Well, the defense daring him to shoot, and he makes them pay for their disrespect.
Butler goes in. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Bagley with the rebound.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
And Davis gets it to go.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Left side, Butler. It's stolen by Bagley. Here we go, one-on-one. And here's Morris for three. It doesn't go for him. And Utah the other way now. Back to Bogdanovich. The three. Rebound by the Kings.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bagley the screen. Down low. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
6 to shoot. Pass to Davis. Over O'Neal. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Loud pass to Bagley. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, great timing there. Bagley gets off the ground so quickly, gives the defense no chance to react.
Right side. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Up top, Morris. The dynamic right between players and officials is always interesting. With some players saying they think there's a lot of room for improvement. What do you think?
Well, we do see players getting teed up for simply making their case, and really the guys just want to play. So, yeah, you love to see a little bit more harmony out on the floor, and maybe we need to get those two groups together in the offseason to break bread and try to smooth over that relationship.
Sinks the triple. Morris got 8 points in the quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Kings.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for De'Aaron Fox.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
Bagley in the post. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
The third.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Butler on the wing. Pass to Bogdanovich. It's stolen by Bagley. Mitchell outside. "15 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Shot clock at 6. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Utah ball. Kings substitution.
Butler with the ball. And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely
Yeah.